like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all what I'm made of. Strut down the hall. Won't stop till I get enough.
All right, let's jump into a deep dive today on something I think is pretty fascinating.
Yeah.
You know, it's been 28 years since we lost the Notorious B.I.G.
Wow.
And, you know, of course it's sad, but, we're looking back at this albumism.com article about him.
Right?
And it's really celebrating his anniversary and the anniversary of his passing.
Yeah.
But it's got me thinking, it's not just about marking time. It's about like really thinking about what made this guy's music so impactful that we're still talking about him almost 30 years later.
Yeah, it's really remarkable when you think about it because, like you said, his career was so short.
Right.
But his influence is just massive. I mean, on hip-hop
And on music.
like in general, it's just huge.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder, right? Like, what is it about Biggie's work that, like, continues to resonate across generations?
Right.
Like, you've got, kids today listening to him who weren't even alive when he was making music.
Yeah.
The article mentions his birth name, Christopher Wallace. And I always find it so fascinating how you have these artists and they transform into these personas,
Right.
like Christopher Wallace becoming the Notorious B.I.G.
Exactly. It's almost like this intentional play on words.
Right.
Like he's using this duality to say, okay, well, here I am, Christopher Wallace, just this kid from Brooklyn.
Right.
But I'm also this like larger than life persona, the Notorious B.I.G. And maybe that's part of what draws people in,
Yeah.
That contrast between the ordinary and then this like extraordinary persona that he creates.
Yeah, and then you look at his music itself, right?
Yeah.
Ready to Die, Life After Death.
Yeah.
I mean, just the titles alone are like legendary.
Totally. And think about the timing of that too. I mean, Life After Death came out just weeks after his passing.
Oh, man.
It's one of the most, I think, poignant releases in music history.
That'd be, yeah.
It's crazy.
And it really did, I think, cement his legacy.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's talk about the music itself for a minute.
Yeah.
Like, what made Biggie's sound stand out?
Yeah.
I mean, lyrically, sonically.
Well, he was a master storyteller.
Yeah.
Take Warning, for example. I mean, you listen to that song,
Uh-huh.
and he's building up this suspense. He's using all this vivid imagery. He even throws humor in there.
Yeah.
You feel like you're right there with him experiencing this whole situation.
Absolutely.
The paranoia and tension of it all.
And his flow, too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
the way he wrote a beat,
So distinctive.
it was so complex,
Yeah,
but it sounded effortless at the same time. Like, it was
Right.
almost conversational.
totally. Yeah, and you can't forget about the production, too.
Yeah.
Puff Daddy, Easy Mopey, these guys.
Oh, man.
They created this soundscape that was both hard-hitting and soulful,
Yeah.
which was just perfect for Biggie's voice and storytelling.
Perfect backdrop.
Yeah.
This whole albumism piece,
Yeah.
it's all about celebrating Biggie's music. That's kind of what we're doing here, too.
Right.
But I keep wondering, like, why does this music still matter?
Yeah.
After all these years, what is it about Biggie's enduring appeal that tells us something about the power of music?
Well, I think music connects us. It connects us across time and space.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a time capsule, capturing a specific moment and feeling. But it also transcends those boundaries.
Yeah.
I mean, Biggie's music continues to inspire artists today.
Right.
I mean, you hear his influence in everyone, from Jay-Z to Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, it's like his music has become this shared language.
Yeah.
Connecting people across generations.
Yeah.
Through love for Biggie's artistry and the stories he told.
Absolutely.
Well, we've only scratched the surface today, of course, but hopefully this deep dive is giving you a better understanding of why the Notorious B.I.G. remains such a significant figure,
I think so.
even all these years later.
Yeah. His legacy continues to evolve. It's crazy.
Before we go, I want to leave you with something to think about.
Okay.
Why do you think Biggie's music continues to resonate even with those who weren't around during his time?
Yeah.
What is it about his work that speaks to people across generations? I really think, you should dive into his music and just see what you discover.
Yeah.
There's a whole world waiting to be explored.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
We'll catch you next time.
See you later.
All right.
Bye.
Sound the alarm. I'm coming up. We'll have a ball. I'm sweet like a buttercup. You're a Barbie doll. Show them all